It is very cold in my house right now. So I'm grabbing a blanket. I've got my space heater on too because it's much colder outside today than it has been. And excuse me. And our heat appears to not be working. So, yeah. Dealing with that. Sorry, it looks like super messy. And it kind of is on the other side of the table. This is our dinner table, but it's also where I am doing my streams. And I'm also going to try and get this like out of your view. Because that's like super annoying to see it like move. Excuse me. All right. So, today's prompt for Inktober. Hello, Megan. Welcome to the stream. I feel like this is different. Like, my setup changes slightly. Oh, no. First time ever using Twitch. It's a fun time. Lots of fun little things here. I feel like I always just assumed Twitch was used for like video games and like that's it. That's a little better. But there's a lot of things on here. Like once I started seeing like Lego people building Legos building Lego on Twitch, I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many things you could do on a live stream. And that's what made me think of drawing live. So, and I've also watched a lot of people draw live, not necessarily on Twitch, but just in general. And it's a very fun process to watch. For me at least. So I figured other people might enjoy it too if I do it. Excuse me. It's like I haven't been talking all day long. It's like when you talk a ton, you lose your voice, and for me at least, when I don't talk for a good portion of the day, my voice is like complaining at me all day once I start talking. Alright, so for map, that's today's prompt. I'm actually going to do a little comic because I've been missing drawing comics. And even though this might not challenge my drawing skills as much, I just really wanted something comfy to do and to draw. So I will be using some perspective in these drawings. But other than that, actually, do I want that angle? I think I'm going to do like this. I'm going to do kind of like a cozy little reading chair right here. Actually, the back is probably going to be up higher on this because, you know, cozy. And that'll be more curved once I flesh it out a little bit more. And we'll have our little person here. Let's see. From this perspective, the shoulders are probably going to be up, and the back is going to curve up against the couch there. And we're going to see some hands, but we're not, well, we might see some feet down here. And like little legs there, but we're not going to see much of the body. We'll see some hands here. Oops, that's too far apart. And hey, Danny. I know, literally, that was my very first thought, was to draw the map from Ahsoka. But then I was like, I don't know if I want to, because that's like, it feels like the obvious choice, even though it's such a new show. And in the grand scheme of Inktober, it's actually not the obvious choice. Oh, my cats are fighting. Hey, get along. It's cold, snuggle or something. But then I actually saw 2 people make art around the map to Peridia, and I was like, cool, so I will not do that. And it's not that I can't, you know, do the same thing that someone else is doing. There's such a vast world of possibilities for all of these prompts, and I want to try to make something unique as much as I can. This is probably not going to be done by anybody else, so. So this little character, she's got a little book in her hands. I've got to figure out how to make that look right with shadows and stuff. And I think I want to tilt that down a little bit. And have it held down a little, because we're going to put her eye line about right there. This head is like the sloppiest head I've ever drawn in my life. Let's see. Danny Phantom says, I would have thought Marauder's map would be an obvious choice. That's true. But I'm also like, the brain rot for Ahsoka is very real right now. So that lives in my head rent-free right now. Oh my god, the Thrawn laughing emote. That's hilarious. Megan says, my first thought was Middle Earth. Yeah. This is actually not really going to be fandom related at all. So, my little comic, it's gonna be about cats because, you know, cats. Let's, now that we sort of know where this head is going, let's make it look more like a head. And I'm just gonna let her hair kind of fall in swoopy patterns, because I don't feel like drawing her hair right now. This little mouth area is bothering me. I want her to kind of be like pensive, or just like normal faced, but not too pensive and normal faced, you know? Ooh, let's put a little bow in her hair. That'd be cute. I'll have to actually move the hair to pin it up there, but that's okay. I'm gonna erase this so we can see the shape of her hair more clearly. And her back is also gonna be erased because her hair is gonna fall down this way. And that'll be erased, and that'll be erased. We just want the hair. Okay, so I've already kind of storyboarded this in my brain, so I don't really feel like I need to now, but I am going to go ahead and make this bigger actually, because I can use up more of the frame without it without it being like too much space is being taken up here. Danny Phantom says the map from Treasure Planet. I also thought of that mostly because I thought of the one from Ahsoka and they're like identical. So the idea for this comic is we've got a girl reading in a chair. Very suddenly, we're gonna get a cat right here that's just gonna stare her dead in the eyes. And then in the next panel, we'll get the cat holding out a piece of paper. Oh, I zoomed out really far there. Sorry, you couldn't, you can't see what I'm doing here. Here we go. Should be holding a piece of paper, and then the last frame will be the piece of paper unrolled, and it'll be a map from the chair to the food, like the food box where the food is kept, and then the trail will lead to X marks the spot, which is the food dish. So like, you know, the cat being like, hey, I'm hungry. Here's a map. You need me to draw you a map? You know, that kind of thing. The one thing that's really nice about Procreate is that I can draw this frame and then duplicate it and just adjust the slight changes. So like, I'll change her eyes to be looking at the cat, I'll add the cat, I'll move this book back, all that kind of stuff. But the rest of it can stay the same, which is really nice, so I don't have to draw something 4 times or 3 times. What do I do? I'm changing layers. And I'm gonna make this light blue. And I'm gonna go ahead and start working with ink, and I'm gonna do my regular studio pen ink for this one, because that is my preferred brush, especially for like comic style art. I feel like that needs to be more grand. Let's give it a fun, like, chair look and less block chair. Yeah, that's better. I still want it to be kind of straight on the back side. I'll actually hold that so that it walks as straight as it can be. We'll round this off a little bit more. We're doing comfy drawing today, so there will be a lot less experimentation and a lot more just whipping it out. It's a little bit ambitious to try to do a whole comic in 2 hours or less, preferably less, because I actually do have somewhere I have to be. But we're gonna make it happen, which is why I'm not doing as many sketch layers this time. Pull this around like that. Okay. Let's see. To pull this hair, we're gonna, I think I can just make a line like that. Actually, we'll give it some texture. Oops. Actually, that's better. Yep. like I'll come back to that. Okay, so now we've got her forehead and her little nose and her chin. Her mouth is too low. There we go. Yeah. My eraser's a little too big. I need to make that smaller. I'm gonna give her a tiny little bit of hair definition right there for her little bangs. I'll clean this up a little. If you hear like a weird squeaking, that's my space heater. I just realized it was making a weird noise when it turns. I have it oscillating, which I normally don't, but it's so cold in our house. Like, we need all the help we can get. It's not really just a one space heater. It's like, can we heat the whole house with this one thing? Okay. Now, I think this will probably end up being her right shoulder. So we'll give a little bit of definition there. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe she's under a blanket. That saves me a lot of trouble. I also kind of want her head to be further back. Because, you know, you're sitting in a chair, you're relaxing. Usually that means your head is at least close to the chair, if not actually touching the chair. Okay, well, I kind of messed up my whole sketch. Let me try that again. Undo. Yeah. Okay. Try that and actually move everybody. Plus, it'll give me a little bit more space for the kitty once he jumps up. Okay. Just select that again. That was too far. This needs to be more flat. And since this is clearly the side that she's reading on, I'm gonna give it some pages over here. Oops, that one doesn't look right. Here we go. I think I want to do that a little bit more straight. And I'll fix the bottom too. Okay, now I need to figure out what her hands are doing. I've already selected. Erase this line. See if maybe we can do she's holding it like more towards like right here. You can put like her little thumb here. Although if she's holding it with her left hand, her thumb's gonna go the other direction. Remember that this is not a sketching brush. This line needs to be more like, whoops, this, and that. Yep, that'll work. Clean it up a little. Fixing the back of this book so it's not wonky. I'm okay if the pages look a little wonky, because sometimes when you're holding a book, you know, the pages are sideways and can do some weird things sometimes. Plus, I can always fix it later if I decide that I don't like it. I do want to fix her hand a little. Get pretty obvious which side she's using. Or which hand she's using, I mean. Oh, welcome back. Megan said, I'm back. I had to put groceries away. I know that life. Yeah, we have a detached garage in our backyard. And I'm usually, like, when we finish shopping, I will help bring in one bag, and then I'm tasked with putting the groceries away while Kiffin goes and gets the rest of them out of the car. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to... Part of me is like, I want to just keep moving forward, but the other part of me is like, if I'm going to duplicate this, I don't want to have to erase these strokes on every single one. So maybe I will clean it up how I want it now so I don't have to do it multiple times. Oops. Sometimes I forget if I'm drawing or if I'm erasing. I'm going to draw this instead. It is like the messiest top of book I've ever seen in my life. So we're gonna try to make it less messy. Much better. Okay. I want to give her actual arms. I'm worried that if I do that, it's gonna make it look like she's holding it with this hand, which I guess that doesn't look bad either. It could be either hand. You could interpret it either way. Alright, I'm gonna leave it because I do kind of like that arm definition. Maybe I'll give her a little bit of a wider arm down here. Megan, what's your grocery store of choice? Because I've lived where you live, I actually know all the grocery stores in the area. So you won't have to explain to me what a Harris Teeter is. Okie dokie. Now, I'm just gonna keep working in the same, I'll leave that there, in the same, what is this? Oh my god. The same file, I guess? My brain just like totally went kaput there for a second. Let's see, Megan says, usually Food Lion, they do the delivery. Nice. I like Harris Teeter for more specific / hard things to find. Yeah, we have a few grocery stores that we do that for out here too. She also says, but I'm telling you, grocery delivery is the best thing for 2 people who work from home. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I do not love grocery shopping. I really don't. I've done delivery a couple times. We usually go to Walmart just because we like to do everything all at one time. It's like we don't have to go to multiple places that way. I have to adjust her eye later, but that's easy enough to do a couple times if I need to. Let me zoom in on this so I can see my line better down here. Let me remove that. Crap. Except I'm gonna have to do that all again. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to rotate this guy too, because her wrist probably more naturally come this way as well upon the arrival of the cat. And then I give her an O mouth. Except I want her to kind of be smiling a little bit. Megan says, I used to use Walmart delivery, but they kept being out of things and I gave up. That is totally fair. That is absolutely fair. Oh, crap. I'm on the wrong. I've got the wrong pen. No, this one. No, my goodness. No, not those. And move this up. Okay, now it is time to draw the cat. I'm going to do that on a separate layer with my sketching brush. This looks like a chihuahua. But a lot of people say that they're the same, you know? Chihuahuas and cats. Because they're small. Small babies. Let's just rotate this a little bit. And that should help. The whole little guy is gonna have to move down right here. Oh, I just realized I never drew her legs. That's fun. Danny says, "Cat, you say?" Sends pumpkin cat emotes and cat butt emotes. So good. It's a little too long. I also don't want it to look like a squirrel's tail. Because this also kind of looks like a squirrel. That's the thing about cats. It's very hard to make them look like not other animals. I think his head needs to move. Excuse me. Move down just a little. Whoops. That's the other thing. That's the other thing about cats. It's different than other animals. Erase this really fast. Actually, no, I'm gonna go back and then erase it. Make it bigger. It's the problem I was having. Because I put those, I was like, the legs look so weird. It's because cats have this like chest thing that comes down before their paws do. That looks like it's still too high, so maybe I was right. Maybe I can just... Seriously, look like a lemur or a squirrel. Oh my goodness. Drawing is hard, guys. Yep. I was like, I've drawn a cat comic before. This will be easy. I must have gotten really lucky when I was drawing those cats. I honestly probably was looking at a reference picture. That's probably why it worked out. Right now, I'm pulling this out of my butt. So, there's that. Obviously, they're not going to be like sticks here. Let me just make some paws here. Oops. I make him a little bit tubby because, you know, he's hungry. And we all know, of all the cats that beg for food, it's usually the ones that have a little bit of tub. Except I kind of want him to be even tubbier than that. Because that's cute. Now his head's too small. And he really looks like a lemur. Whoa. Whoa. Now his head's too big. Okay. Nope, we just need to make the head fat. That's what we need to do. Somehow make this a little bushy, tubby head. And back here, we'll make this rounder. And you know, maybe if I make the ears a little bit pointier, they'll look a little bit more like a cat's. Except that one doesn't need to be taller because it's farther away. Megan says, I can't wait to see your cats playing with their new toys. I can't either. They're gonna go nuts. They love catnip. Especially Dalton, my black and white tuxedo cat. He's a catnip fiend. Let's give him a little color. We'll give him a little bit of dignity here. I want him to be mad, but I think I need to put that closer to his eye. There we go. But he's also kind of smiling, so I'm gonna make him frown. There we go. I don't know if I like the bushiness. I'm gonna erase it really fast and see if that changes how I feel about this kitty. Yep, I like it more. I don't have any long hair cats, so my attachment to the long hair is not strong. Goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys. My voice. Okay, how am I doing on time? I'll make it work. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm just gonna do it on this layer, but I need to move this one under, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one a blue, and I'm gonna turn this one off so I can see it a little easier. Back on this layer, studio pen. Oh man, he pissed. This cat is mad. Okay, I need to remember to change it to black. This cat is mad. He's not happy. Not following that line very well. That's better. Oh crap, except now. Let me actually erase the bits that aren't gonna be covered by cat. Okay, now we can draw again. This guy needs to come in more. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Round that out a little bit more. this out a little bit more too. Okay. Now let's put his little... Yep. And then we'll do this guy. Oh, it's too big. That's better. It looks funky when you do it like that. I think it just looks funky because they're black and whiskers are like barely noticeable really in real life. But it's kind of necessary to make it look like a cat, so we're gonna let it be. Okay. Now I do want to go back to this sketch and draw her legs. I think initially when I was thinking about this, I think I was planning on having her legs up higher. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have her be like Indian style or something on the couch where you can't see her legs. Cause that'll be easier. I wonder, where's my first drawing? Could I have her knees up? I might be able to do that instead. Kind of like behind the book. And then maybe have the leg kind of come down over here. Looks pretty normal. If we put the cat in there, let's see. Let me lower the opacity on this guy. Like that. But then I can still draw on it. And see where that leg would go. With that coming in, will there be a need for maybe like right here? Okay, let's turn off this layer and make the opacity on this layer bigger. Yeah, it's not too bad. And just kind of round that out a little bit. And it's pretty clear that this was part of her leg. And I'm actually going to make this a little bit wider because thighs are typically larger than the rest of the human leg. it's still, I want it to be straighter but also lighter, so I'm just gonna create a whole new line. Okay, so now her leg is up, so we don't need this layer anymore. That's so funny. I feel like it's so tall. Maybe I should make this shorter. No, I can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's make the chair a little bit less imposing, maybe. We can still tell that's a chair, right? I can probably add some visual details to it as well. Actually, let me duplicate. Put those down here. Actually gonna group them and then lock it. So in case I make some changes to these ones, hey, I gotta turn off the group. Actually, again, I don't want to do that. Just do it. Okay. That way, if I make changes and I don't like them, I can still have what I started with. The one problem with when you pull any drawing off the side of the screen or the canvas, it erases anything you've drawn over there. So that's why I undid that to redo it again. Okay, I think I like that because it's centered. You can sort of see what's going on. I might add like a window or something over here. Okay. Now I'm going to duplicate this layer. And then we're going to have a lot of things change in this one because that book has got to go even closer to her face. And now that I've put the leg in here, I've got more to dodge while I'm trying to move stuff. Because the leg is probably not going anywhere. Okay. Grrr. I have to undo all that because this was showing and that was bothering me. Okay, now let's do that. Kind of want it to go over her face, but then I'd have to turn the book. Let's see. Can I distort it? Oh, or can I put that part on her mouth and just erase on the other side? Then her hand is gonna be in a weird position. Let's see. Where was it before? Here? Here-ish. I think I've already turned it, that's why it looks weird. Goodness. Yikes, okay. See if I ever can talk again. I think I'm gonna put it over here for now. We're gonna draw, I'm gonna change the cat's hand over here. We'll go ahead and connect. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the knee. It's not really how that's gonna look at all, but it'll just give me kind of a framework to work with here. Why is that? Is that erasing and I just can't see it? Oh yeah, sure is. Okay. Okay. Quite a bit to erase here. Hey, baby. Toph was trying to get in my lap there for a second. She changed her mind. Maybe. I don't know. She might have just changed sides. Did you want to come up here and say hello? Huh? You want to come up here? Say hello. Say, hi guys. Sorry for shaking the camera. Oops. See, it is Thursday, which means the weekend is almost here. Does anybody have any fun weekend plans? Any fun October plans? Yes, Loki tonight. Very exciting. I actually am not going to be able to watch it until Saturday night, though, because I'm really busy right now. I'm just glad that Ahsoka is done. Before I really got into my busy season, I would have been devastated if I had had to postpone that to the weekend. Although Ahsoka was releasing on Tuesday nights, and those were actually not busy for me. It's my weekends and my days leading up to the weekends that are going to be busy for the next month or so. Danny says, saw some pics from the premiere and they had so many cool goodies for guests. They had Minute Maid orange juice with Miss Minutes on the cover. That's so cute. I really wanted to rewatch it before it came out, but I kind of got distracted with Ahsoka and didn't realize it was happening until like last week. I was like, oh crap. That's coming out next week. I don't have time to rewatch it. I'll probably catch like a recap or something on YouTube. I'm sure somebody's made a video of like, hey, it's been a while since we watched it. Here's what happened. Sorry, I just had like a panic moment where I was like, am I drawing on the right layer? Did I just erase everything? Everything's fine. We're all good. Me and my overactive brain. Nothing to see here. What are you doing? Sorry, just knocked that camera. Sorry. I think the arm actually needs to be higher, which sucks because I don't have to redraw. Well, not redraw, but I just finished like cleaning up the legs. I'm gonna have to do it again. Where are you going? Hi. It's very cute. It's like you know I'm drawing a cat or something. It's like you know. I got you. You can get comfy. Okay, so if we go from her reading and then we just have the book disappear. Except not the whole thing disappear. I am gonna actually adjust her eye back down. Erase that. So that she's looking at the map. A little bit lower. See if I can give her a different expression too. I'm gonna close her mouth. Oops. She still needs to be looking lower. She's looking at her knee right now. She might be looking too low, actually. Like literally millimeters can make a difference when it comes to eye position. It's so funny to me because I can absolutely see one of my kids doing this. And when I say kids, I mean cats. Oh, bye, Megan. She says I gotta go for now, but this was fun. Looking forward to seeing the finished piece. And Danny says, hollow eyes, good creepiness for spooky season. Yeah, it's always weird when they get all hollowed out. Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna just settle for the book having been moved. So I'm gonna erase, not erase, cut. That wasn't all of it. Am I still live? Can y'all see me? Okay. And I can see the chat still too. I just can't see. It says there was a network error on my computer. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. Trying to reload the player, it won't let me reload, but I can see your comment come through. So that's all it's really needed for. What am I doing? Okay. Cut. Okay. Now let's do a new layer. This one is going to be completely brand new. And I have to decide if I want to do like a whole map looking thing like that. Yeah, I think that's cute. It doesn't mean that I'll have to pay attention to curves and stuff though. Oh, sorry. I'm realizing that's shaking. Okay. Let's do, this will be like the sofa. Actually, let's make it more obvious. Uh-oh. Do a little can tab thing right there. And we'll do like a little curvy label. And maybe on the top here. Nope. Might have to just adjust it. There we go. Okay. I might have to make that smaller. I wanted to say something like luxurious feast or something like that. Kind of like, you know, fancy feast, but not taking trademark names. I'm also going to change my pen. Oops. I didn't do that on time, actually. Oh, forgot I did that. Oops. There we go. Oh, got the video to work again. Yay. Let's put a little pillow right here. Okay, now I have to figure out the best way to put this all together. Am I able to duplicate groups all together? No, I can't. Oh, if I group it, then duplicate it, I could do it. Yeah, let's do that. Group it, and then duplicate it, and then lock it. Do that. Now, let's see. Let me open this. Select this one first. And how do I want to do this? I want to crap, that's the wrong pen. Although I'm realizing I could be doing this much easier. Hold on. Let's try this again. Excuse me. What's happening there? Where's my undo? One. Turn that layer off, turn this layer on. Do the same thing. Oops. Gotta actually select the layer. When I put my finger down on the screen like that, basically makes it so that the line is automatically straight. See how? And not just straight, because like this is technically straight, but it's on an angle, so it's straight within a certain like radius, which makes it easy to make sure that I've got all my lines kind of matching up. I might have to move some once I get done because I didn't plan for exactly how wide each of these would be, but I wanted a way to, well, I guess I could do it that way too. Hang on. I'm gonna keep doing it like this, and if I hate it later, then I can always, you know, not do it like that again. So let's see what these two look like side by side. Like a mess. Yep. Okay. So I don't love that. We're gonna change this so these are not framed like that. And I'm just gonna pop them into their respective quadrants. Oops. Well, there's the difference, isn't there? I can't do that unless well, I could mark all of the sides. Open layer, this one. If I mark all of them, then that will make them big enough so that it's the whole square. And then I can put it into that frame, and then as I finish, I can erase those. Oops. Layer 2, do the same thing. Put stuff on the very, very edge. I have to select the layer. Oops. Again. I'm doing okay on time. I've got 20 minutes left. Oof. This is very small when it's that small. Okay. Let's turn all these back on. And then if I select all of them, can I erase them all at the same time? Oops. Oops. The answer is no. Okay, so I've got to go one at a time, except I want it bigger because there's absolutely no reason for it to be tiny. I feel like this is shaking a lot. Is it shaking? Is it just me? Danny asks, what app do you use? I use Procreate for the iPad. I started off using an app called Sketchbook because it was free. But Procreate has kind of become a standard in a lot of art processes for people. And I figured, you know, I think I would rather learn on something that a lot of people use. That way, if I ever had like issues, I could always, you know, Google it or whatever. Up and over. See, that's what I was saying earlier about how I can actually make this way easier on myself. I just waited. Oh my goodness. I did not realize how sloppy her knee is up here. Let's fix that. My goodness. Okay, that's excessive. And that is also the wrong size. Oops. I need to turn off the group. Turn on this group. Can I open it, please? Thank you. Okay. And then adjust this knee as well, because that's probably the group I'm going to end up in. Oh yeah, I have to unlock it. Okay. It's freaking out on me. Because I'm going to want to post this as the whole comic, but also individual panels, since on Instagram it's just hard to see anything that is any comic that's, you know, small or has like details in it, unless you post the individual frames as well. I can also sort of show you how, well, actually I don't know if I can, because I have more layers than, maybe if I turn them off, I can't remember. I can look, we'll see if we can make that look cool. I know you're like, what look cool? I'll show you. Okay. I'm just gonna let that be. Go to this group and give her some eyebrows over here. Oops. Ugh, I want her to have like really surprised eyebrows. There we go, that's better. Okay, so here's the little trick thing that I was going to show you. Except I do actually want to go ahead and give her a normal eyebrow. I keep doing that. Normal eyebrow. Here. And then the surprised one here. And this one, yeah, I already gave her an eyebrow on that one. Okay. So we're gonna do this. The rest of everything is unselected. I'm gonna turn on, actually let me select the first layer. It looks insane. I'm gonna turn on animation assist. Oh, that's because it's grouped. Let me see if I can I ungroup it? I just move the groups things somewhere. Nope, that keeps them all in the group. Okay. Oh no. We don't want it all selected now. Oh crap, did I mess something up? We're gonna just feel like I messed something up here. Yeah, okay. I just don't want something to be like weird because I was experimenting. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's because it's in a group that it's not showing up the way I want it to. So what we're gonna do is grab this layer and pull it out of the group, and this layer, and this layer, and this layer. And then we'll turn that group off. And then do settings in a loop, frames per second. We'll do 1 frame per second. And then if you click play, it kind of shows you the progression of events. So this is intended for better animation and not me just fooling around with comics, but yeah. So that's a fun little feature of Procreate. Alright, I'm going to hide all of those again, show all of this one again. Oh, I'm going to turn animation assist off. And wondering. Okay. Wondering if yeah, that might be better actually. Okay. I'm being nitpicky now, but we're gonna change this X, this cross section here, to be not so intense. I think I did not grab all of it. I did not. That's easy enough to erase though. The reason I didn't erase everything was because it's on a separate layer. I'm actually going to create a new layer above this one so that the X can really be on a separate layer. I didn't think about that first time around. No, come back here. I hate when it does that. Okay, now it's not quite so crazy because I had it on like a slightly higher brush or wider, thicker brush setting before. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sign this and call it a day because I have to leave in 7 minutes. I still have to gather some things. So let's make this a soft pen and But yeah, imagine this on your phone, you know, this big, which I guess you can't see anything anyways, because when I zoom out that far, it like really messes it up. But if you try to imagine seeing this on your phone, like, this is hard to see when it's really small. So that's why I'm gonna save each of these as a separate frame and then also post the final, 4 frames together. It's definitely a silly little comic, but it was fun to draw. I've missed creating comics. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'll get back to you on that. Saturday, I probably will not be able to stream because I'm going to be at my last convention of the year. It's just a one-day convention, but it's all day, so I might not have time to draw, and if I do, it'll be probably really late on Saturday. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!